Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. An additional host and an advanced feature set. How much do you anticipate this will earn from interested parties? Competition-winning responses. An industrious watchdog group has led yet another perceptive Freedom of Information Act FOIA effort to empower oversight whistleblowers in the name of study. The goal of this approach is to shed light on the nature of Jay Clayton's communications with a group of individuals widely regarded as instrumental in the sexist, frequently contentious methods of Bitcoin enforcement. Many historic events took place during Clayton's time as the sixth most powerful chair, which ran from May 2017 until December 2020. Leading the charge was Clayton's pronouncement of Bitcoin's non-security status, which was echoed by other prominent experts. In regards to Ether, Bill Hyman gave his infamous presentation arguing that ETH does not qualify as a security because it is decentralized. The advice of experts was rejected in Hyman's speech. According to evidence presented in Ripple's lawsuit against the SEC, the value dynamics of these crypto assets are significantly amplified by these assertions. However, this upward trend was halted when Ripple unexpectedly faced a legal attack that cast doubt on the XRP token's position as a security. The fact that Clayton afterwards joined One River Asset Management, a hedge firm that focuses exclusively on Bitcoin and Ether, added gasoline to the fire of the aforementioned argument. Empower Oversight, one of the organizations affected by the shifts in power, has filed a new Freedom of Information Act IEA request with the agency, requesting communications between Jay Clayton and the agency on the apparent misalignment and cryptocurrency enforcement plans. In the complicated construction of this newly minted for your petition intended at Raymond Moss Indy, Empower Supervision attempts to considerably expand the nexus of persons possibly enmeshed inside Clayton's contact environment. Cryptocurrency stakeholders haven't been oblivious to the fact that the list of the sex's major FOIA custodians, whose names range from Jasmine Burgess to John D'Agostino, et al. Tends to crystallize any underlying conflicts of interest entangled within Mr. Clayton's SEC management. At the time I initially brought up the massive conflicts of interest. Famous Proxer attorney Johnny Deaton revealed via XEU, formerly Twitter Empower Supervision, that he had been labeled a conspiracy theorist when he discovered emails proving that Proxer had violated 18 U.S.C. 208 at both his home and his office. Oftentimes, Clayton has given his tacit approval to a conspiracy theorist who is in charge of oversight. Remember how Dean said Hinman did not give Hester Pierce a copy of the draft speech before it was given, and how Clayton was the only commissioner to have seen it in advance? Yes, you're right. The most pivotal speech in the history of crypto was delivered without CryptoMom's knowledge. Despite the SEC's best efforts, Ripple is committed to prevailing in court. So, the company has recently hired a high-profile attorney to help it achieve its goals. James K. Forrest, a defense attorney and former federal prosecutor, announced on X Twitter that Rahul Mukhi would represent Ripple and its CEO Brad Garlinghouse in their ongoing dispute with American securities regulators regulated. Mukhi has extensive experience in the field, having served as an assistant United States attorney from 2010 to 2016. At the international law firm Cleary Gottlieb Steen Hamilton, where he is now a partner, Mukhi has supervised high-profile cases involving financial and tax fraud, public corruption, cybercrime, money laundering, and organized crime over the past decade. In December of 2020, the SEC filed a complaint accusing Ripple of engaging in unregistered securities trading involving billions of dollars worth of XRP. Since a U.S. court ruled in Ripple's favor in July, finding that the majority of its XR sales did not constitute an offer of investment contract, and the ongoing legal struggle between Ripple and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, Ripple appears to have a significant advantage. Major XRP backer John Deaton has offered information on potential conflicts of interest and regulatory capture that may have influenced the SEC's decision to sue RippleNet 3M. The intricate web of relationships shown by the F-date shows tapestry. The fees are quite intricate and challenging to control. Deaton condenses the key points on March 26, 2018. A lawyer for a 16th reportedly hands a message and a safe harbor agreement to Hyman, the paper specifically mentioned shortly after Hyman proclaimed F to be a non-security, prompting Deaton to tweet about a series of events connecting former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton and SEC staffer William Hinman. Although he was no longer actively practicing law, he did continue to share in the profits of the law firm's Ethereum Alliance affiliate. Deaton Hutton claimed that his law firm was an E. and Hyman member, and that Hyman was not retired but a profit-sharing partner with his law firm 10 weeks after he proclaimed his non-security. Additionally, Deaton says a conflict of interest exists because Clayton's legal firm represents Joseph Lubin, EAT's co-founder, and Consensus, a Big F holder and sponsor. The JPM currency, a competitor to Ripple and XRP, was merged by Clayton's company with Quorum. The addition of Joe Grundfest further muddles the situation. The Ethereum founders were in contact with Dean as early as 2014 and 2015, and Dean claims that Grundfest was an integral part of the aforementioned working group. According to a remark from Grundfest that Deaton uses, the scientist advised that XRP be handled the same way as the mass exodus of people like Clayton Hyman-Berger. He argued that the complaint was unwarranted because surplus protective equipment has been freely sold for the past 7 years and because it could affect persons who had nothing to do with the incident. I think Ripple would be hit the most. Clayton, on his way out of the SEC, decided to sue Ripple despite the appeals. Soon after, Clayton became a part of the river that had bet $1 billion on Bitcoin and Ethereum. To get back to Hyman, Deaton points out that after fewer than 3 years at the SEC, Hyman returned to his law firm $15 million richer, and then became partners at S16s with the same people who helped put together that list requesting for the safe harbor for F. In addition, Deaton claims that Hyman did not follow instructions, citing emails between Hyman and the SEC as evidence that Hyman disregarded the directive and so violated 18 U.S.C. 208. It would increase by 3 if I met them. As of the writing of this article, the claims given by Deaton are important because they reveal improper acts and interactions inside the SECs. However, as of the second deadline for the US SEC to spot Bitcoin, neither the SEC nor the parties involved had published any formal remarks in response to Deaton charge it. The third week of October, 2023 is a good fit. Now, attention turns to other major events that may impact the cryptocurrency market on September 27, 2023. SEC Chair Gary Gensler is scheduled to appear before the House Financial Services Committee at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to discuss the SEC's oversight. The committee's members have a long record of rejecting Chancellor's proposals, especially those related to crypto regulation. Ethereum ETH was questioned as a security or commodity by April 20, 2023 hearing Committee Chairman Patrick McHenry to the Commission Chair. In light of the recent judgment in the additional P litigation, which ruled that token sales to ordinary customers are not securities, this issue may come up again in the upcoming hearing. On September 29, 2020, at 2300 hours Z, the Bureau of Economic Analysis will release the August PCE price index data. On September 29, 2023, Ripple will throw a proper party in New York City. There will be a community-wide party to celebrate the recent partial victory in the SEC litigation. Demand and supply of XRP are unaffected by the event itself, but market sentiment could change. No new announcements from the company are expected to be made either. With XRP attorney John Deaton admitting to having seen papers related to the alleged wrongdoings, discussions among market participants have recently begun regarding Ethereum Gate, which alludes to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's SIG allegedly favoring the Ethereum Foundation. When Steven Narioff joined the conversation, things got heated about the Ethereum Gate. On September 17, 2023, an early Etherion Foundation advisor tweeted that Foundation members had been lying about the number of people who had bought ETH during the cryptocurrency's ICO in 2014. When ICO called deep before, XRP lawyer John Deaton said that he had seen some of their seats, which might expose the truth regarding the ISO number. While agreeing to look through the information, The attorney's claim that he could not reveal the identities owing to attorney-client privilege purportedly included reference to Ethereum. This points to the fact that a wide variety of people have hired attorney Disha. This may mean that Deaton would appear in court on behalf of the ex-advisor. And further attorney, Fred Rispoli, pointed out the far-reaching potential of the attorney-client privilege. He warned that the partnership might have far-reaching effects. Lawsuit against the Ethereum Foundation on the fabrication of fraud claims is nearly complete. Famous lawyer Deaton is convinced that the Ripple project would be used as a scapegoat in the United States because of the setback caused by Ethereum. Therefore, a lawsuit on behalf of the railways may be brought next month. The revolutionary technology behind cryptocurrencies, blockchain, has paved the way for a decentralized monetary system. However, there has been tension between blockchain advocates and regulatory bodies due to the lack of a clear regulatory framework. The chief legal officer of Ripple's, Stuart Otherone, and XRP backer John E. Deaton recently took to social media to criticize SEC Chair Gary Gensler for his anti-crypto ideas, marking the latest combat in this ongoing war. Their accusations come after Chancellor's Bloomberg interview, in which he called for securities laws to be applied to cryptocurrencies to prevent fraud and manipulation. The cryptocurrency industry, as represented by firms like Ripple and Coinbase, has been actively seeking regulatory clarity in the United States in order to drive innovation and investor protection, so the criticism couldn't have come at a better time. While traveling, he stressed Chancellor's inconsistency, saying that the latter disregarded court orders and harmed efforts to bring regulatory clarity. Deaton, on the other hand, voiced similar concerns, stressing the importance of investor protection against the hypocrisy and sexism in the anti-crypto posture. The argument is more than just words. Deaton is a significant figure in the crypto legal community since he speaks for a large group of additional investors. During the housing crisis, which took place under regulated institutions, U.S. household wealth plummeted by $19.02 trillion, prompting greater discussion in the crypto community. He makes an ironic point by questioning the efficacy of laws meant to safeguard citizens from exploitation and deceit. In addition, Deaton aims to host a panel discussion on crypto legislation in order to explain the rationale behind his ICO. Furthermore, the federal courts have already labeled the SEC claims in earlier cases as arbitrary and capricious. In the Ripple case, Judge Nipper called the SEC's contradicting stances disingenuous, adding another degree of complexity. The crypto industry is rife with regulatory uncertainties and pitfalls, as evidenced by the ongoing legal and public debate on the topic. The core issue hasn't changed, despite all the debate. The rapidly expanding blockchain space requires a just and open regulatory framework that encourages innovation while safeguarding investors' interests. Please like and subscribe. See you later, bye.